Welcome to Module 4 of Fin525 Financial Institutions Management. In this module we look at two types of risks, off-balance sheet risk and operational risk. In the first, off-balance sheet, what we are looking at here is activities not recorded, obviously on the balance sheet of the intermediaries. And what the importance of off-balance sheet items is that it affects the future profitability of the financial institution. Okay, because they are loan commitments given into the future, derivative contracts, those types of activities that aren't the core of assets and liabilities held today, but will become or may become assets and liabilities into the future. So it's an increasingly large area. It's increasingly of interest to regulators due to its ability to actually impact on the solvency, if you like, of the entire financial institution. So really, by far the greatest component of the off-balance sheet items are the derivatives trading. Now, we've seen in previous topics that financial institutions use derivatives to manage their interest rate risk, for example, and that's well and good, but in managing that risk, you're also incurring another type of risk. Okay, and so are you just swapping one risk for another risk, or are you actually reducing the overall risk of the firm? And so that's the thing that you need to keep in mind as you work through the off-balance sheet items, that yes, they can add increased risk for a financial institution, but they can also reduce the overall risk of the financial institution. But what I guess is sort of important about them is that they were a grey area in terms of regulation, and obviously the global financial crisis has really brought that to the forefront, and so they are the increasing focus of regulation of financial institutions. In terms of operational risk, now people can sort of ho and hum about op risk as being, a baby risk or not a real risk or any of these types of ridiculous statements. But they are really a significant issue for financial institutions. They are the risk of, adopting new technology, that technology failing, those types of risks that really can underpin your actual operations, that if they go wrong, can really be a severe and catastrophic effect in terms of your institution. They can have damaging effects. Any technology failure can, but they can also, in adopting new technology, can reduce your overall costs. And so you need to get a handle on, operationally, how are those decisions made? When are we going to adopt new technology? Up to what point? And so you need to get a handle in economic terms on the economies of scale and scope within banking institutions, and how operational risk can impact on those. So that's Module 4.